Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Gemini for the month of May. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, then check your other placements. Your messages could be there. If not, check back with me in the following week when I put out new messages for your sign. Okay, so this could be somebody, you might be currently in a relationship of convenience, so to speak. You could be married, or the other person could be married. You have the Ace of Earth. It is in the reverse, but it comes with the Gilded Cage and the Hierophant. Okay, I'll leave those cards there. So the Ace of Earth is your blockage. It's in the reverse. And it could be in a marriage that one person has put too much emphasis on financial reward or security to the detriment of the other, so that the other is feeling like it's just a relationship of convenience. Or there could be another scenario where somebody has a lover, and either you're married or they are. In any case, this card is a relationship of convenience. It's feeling like you are somebody's possession. So from this situation, it is time to rethink your priorities, to rethink your situation, whether you should or whether you want to remain like this, or whether you want to change things for yourself, because this person is caged. This person, and this could be somebody in a relationship with somebody who's very controlling and keeps them caged also. And they're very unhappy, wanting to break out, but the cage is locked. So, it's time to, it could be time to weigh the potential rewards against the consequences, the potential consequences. It warns that you do not act selfishly at this time, because the consequences, if you do, may be much greater than anticipated. You're being given an opportunity to step out of that cage, but you must choose with the wheel. You're in the Eight of Swords energy, so you may be afraid to step out of that cage. Eight of Swords. Are you here? Here she's blindfolded. Here she wears bandages over her heart, her head. The blindfold, is that by choice? This card asks you. feeling trapped, anxiety, fear, feeling hoodwinked. Maybe guilt keeps you here, seeing no way out. Could be turning a blind eye to something. No matter how you got into this situation of the Eight of Swords, it says that getting out will not be easy. You struggle with it. There's temptation to remain where you are. There's temptation to keep up the charade. Because maybe you determine that to leave this place of security, safety, or apparent security and safety, well, the cost might be too high. You might lose too much. You might end up with nothing. So fear is keeping you here. So this person actually comes in, the person who has created the cage. They come in as a helper, but there were hidden things here that you didn't see at first. Now you're seeing them. Now you're seeing and feeling the consequences of what you didn't see before, or what you chose not to see, yeah. And so we have the moon on here. So the moon, it sheds light on the lobster. So just one thing it sheds light on. And the two dogs you will see, or wolves, stand back, being very watchful. So what this card says is that there's something that may have come to light that has put you on your guard and made you suspicious. You could be being watchful, wary. So you're suspicious. Somebody comes in as a helper, but it's the person who caged you. So you need to be careful here. They appear to bring clarity, even. But once again, I say you need to be careful, because this is the wolf in sheep's clothing. This is the wolf I see in your future, who will cross over the barriers or boundaries that you put up. In fact, he's probably already crossed those boundaries, right? But, you would have chosen not to look. So they come in. So there was trouble here. But they come back in to help the situation, of course, to calm things, to move it to a calmer place, because it was sitting in troubled waters, struggling. Ace of Earth in reverse. Placed a new offer at your feet. You're going in to get your clarity. You're afraid to leave, actually. So you set up new boundaries, but they cross them anyway. See, here you're analyzing the situation, okay, of this new offer, of turning that Ace of Coins back in the upright. But this action will bring you to the Three of Swords. Okay? So be careful. When we see that in the future, they cross the boundary. They break through. There's the wolf that you didn't see, or you just were in denial about back here on the Moon card. So what I see is that you're facing a challenge here, and that's, whether to stay or to go, to stop being afraid. This will challenge you. Here you are wishing, open to talking to this person, which is a little concerning, because I know where it's going. You know what the right thing is to do. You do. You know what the right thing is to do, but you're tempted to do the other. It's easier, right? The mediator. How you think, how you plan, how you solve problems. You're receiving a message. Wisdom. It reminds you to look beyond your personal scope, beyond your current opinions. You may have been conditioned to believe in dichotomies. You may have been conditioned to define, label, and judge. You may have been conditioned to think, behave, and be a certain way. But a wise person looks within and sees beyond their conditioning, beyond their opinions, to the truth. In the present moment, it suggests there's wisdom in accepting that you don't have all of the answers, and that your opinions and beliefs, that what you believe to be truths, are sometimes unimportant in the grand scheme of things. There are things you might know and things you need to know. But there are also things that are not for you to know, and speculation will gain you nothing but lost time. This card in the present represents a beautiful paradox, actually, a need to accept that you are both wise and ignorant. Your wisdom is your truth, but it is only your truth, and your truth is not absolute. Overall advice for this reading. You have cleaning house and stuck in the mud, which, makes sense with this. Cleaning house, it's time to declutter your life. And this can be in the physical home, or thoughts, memories, and emotional baggage that just need to be swept out and released. Your conscience must be clear in order for you to move freely in the world. So celebrate a spring cleaning and feel the freedom as you make way for much better things. And look at what you have resisted discarding. And be honest about its value. Stuck in the mud. You're stuck and most likely struggling to get out or to pull yourself out. This card says to try shifting your focus away from the problem for now and place your attention elsewhere. It is not the time to move forward, but to observe. Clarity about your circumstances will come a little later when you can look at it with fresh eyes. Take a break, pull away from it, and still your mind. The answer will come. You need to trust that Spirit has a plan for you. You have the Wheel of Fortune in your central issue here, which is about change. It speaks to the winds of fate, change, destiny, cycles. You could be thinking of going another cycle with this person. You must consider thus the consequences of such an action. You can choose you can choose to stay the course you're on, which is here, or you can choose to change it. But you must choose. If you're unhappy, and she is clearly unhappy, she can choose to change it. And the universe will give her the opportunity to do so. So that is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation to the channel. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings.